Hello, and welcome back to the Quinn and Connor Experience. Produced by Brandon Moore. And welcome back to the podcast. We missed ya. We know you missed us. We are back. Connor, how are we doing?
We're doing great. We got a new guest on this podcast today. Would you like to say hi?
Hello, everybody.
What's your name?
My name is Bowen Robertson.
Bowen has made the appearance before Lyndon Savage.
Yeah, that son of a gun. The other day, he texted me. He was like, "Dude, where are you guys? I'm in this flex. I'm in the place where we usually do it." No one had asked him to be there.
He just showed up at the
He just
studio.
showed up and thought we'd be there for him.
For anyone that doesn't know, that is our producer, Brandon Moore talking. I'm Quinn Crinzick, and my co-host is Connor. Guest here, Bowen Robertson. Let's do this thing.
Here in our live studio, we have a former guest, Nash Brown.
The kangaroo.
Say hi, Nash.
Hello, everybody.
And we will have our sponsor making an appearance at the 5-minute mark, as you know, Simon Klukas. We'll see what he's up to. Okay. So, Bowen, how are we doing?
Pretty good. How about you, Quinn?
Doing absolutely outstanding.
That's good to hear.
So Bowen, I want to first talk about recent changes.
Okay.
Recent changes with hair. Brandon Moore, what do we think of his mullet?
I think that this mullet, quite possibly one of the better ones I've seen. I think it rivals that of a certain Peyton Anderson.
Appreciate that, Brandon.
He's got a fantastic mullet. Simon, our dear Simon Klukas, he's got a pretty good mullet too.
It's going back pretty much.
Connor, what do you think of mullets?
I think the mullet's kind of making a comeback. I will tell you though, Simon, every chance he gets, he glazes his mullet.
I mean, can you blame him? It's luscious curls. For those of you watching on Netflix, you can actually see us. What's that funny?
Or Spotify.
If you were able to see us,
it's going
you'd
on.
probably look at Simon and immediately start crying at just how gorgeous that mullet is. Combined with the curls.
Yes, it is. Yes,
It's like I always say, the curls get the girls.
Alrighty. Bowen, what is your opinion on kangaroos?
Kangaroos, that's an interesting question. I've actually been to a kangaroo petting zoo in Kelowna once.
Did you pet Nash?
Yes, I did. I actually saw him there, believe it or not.
Was he wearing a kilt?
Actually, yes. I'm serious.
Did he happen to be up in a tree that might have been on fire?
Actually, no. He was on the ground in this pile of mud, just sitting there.
So he's a repeated offender.
He's I can't think of any jokes at the moment.
Moving on to Bowen.
Moving on.
Bowen. What are your political beliefs?
Trump is leader and Trump deserves to be president forever.
Wow.
Oh my God, looks like
say
he's
it
even
forever.
here to congratulate Bowen.
Thank you very much. I fully agree with you. We need to make this country absolutely incredible. Fantastic country, one of the best countries in the world I've ever actually seen. You're a great man.
President Trump. Well, you hear it. I mean, it's not. President Trump. Bowen Robertson. What do you think of his mullet?
I think he's one of the better mullets I've ever seen.
Really?
Although I can't agree with his, can't agree with the face.
What?
The mullet is really,
Excuse me.
mullet's really saving him.
Whose mullet is better, his or Joe's?
Who's Joe?
Okay, moving on from political views. We don't want to lose listeners if you're different views.
Yeah, we'll get a different president on here next time. I'll make it happen.
Yeah, we have Obama lined up. And Lincoln.
JFK.
And Jimmy Carter. We'll figure that one out later though.
Okay, Bowen, this question we have to ask all of our guests. What music are we listening to?
That's a tough one, actually. I have like 10 different artists and bands. Personally, right now, it's a tough one. Probably Pine Grove or Coyote Theory I listen to the most. Really? Yeah.
Can't say I've heard of that. Could you shout out maybe a song?
Me too.
Okay.
And Are You Lonely by Coyote Theory.
Okay, check that one out.
Yeah.
Bowen, what do you think of fish tanks?
Fish tanks are awesome. I personally have been investing in some for my own home and for others as well. It's a great investment.
More on that later.
More than that in approximately
20 seconds.
around 10 seconds now.
Subtle foreshadowing.
All right, let's take something for
I think we are at 5 minutes. So you know what that means.
We're actually at 4:59.
It's
Drum roll,
Lucas time.
I'm Simon Klukas. I spent too much money on getting the actual commercial, so here's the commercial. Go to KlukasFishTanks.com and get some fish tanks.
So during the break, I asked Bowen, you know, this is your episode. What do you want to talk about? He actually told me personal life, educational life, romantic life, ladies,
Physical life.
ladies, certain lady. You know who you are. Hit him up.
He also wanted to talk about his boxing life. Bowen, you've said in the past that you think you could, in fact, beat Connor in a fight due to the fact that you were taller. What do you think would be the outcome of this fight if instead of being taller, you pulled out a gun and shot him in the neck?
I think this is a pretty obvious question, Brandon. What do we think here?
He's giving the question back to you, Brandon. He's deflecting. He is media
He just
trained.
pulled up a
He
shield.
did.
What's the answer?
He volleyed the serve. That was really spiked it back into the court.
is this, Brandon? If I shot Connor, would he die?
That's the question.
Yes.
Well, what kind of gun
Checkmate.
is it?
A gun.
A gun?
A shooting kind.
Yeah, well, there's water guns, there's BB
Hey,
guns.
we got
there's air
to stay
guns.
monetized. We need to make some profit. So
We meant water guns, TikTok.
Water pew-pews. Just keep it safe.
any cops watching, this is all props.
No, they're not. Shut up!
Waste down here.
Shut up! Alrighty. Anyways, Bowen, we're gonna move on to classes. Who's your favorite teacher, Bowen?
Miss Webster.
You know there is teachers watching.
Mrs. Webster.
You do
Why?
know that all 8 of your teachers are watching this, by the way.
The whole world is. All 8 billion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Joe Rogan, if you want to come on, I know we could give you some popularity. Just
Yeah, well,
Joe Rogan
we'll range
shout
it.
out.
Yeah, we're
Hey.
shouting out Joe Rogan here. Go check out the smaller podcast. We
I thought the underdogs.
we're big fish in a big sea, but he's a small fish in a big sea. So let's go.
Yeah, we're a full-grown tuna in the sea. He's like a minnow.
Yeah, we're
Some fishing
a,
analogies.
insulting to Joe
we're a
Rogan
submarine
here.
looking for those lonely fish.
Actually, talking about the sea, do you know what I saw recently, Brandon?
What?
I saw this video on a GoPro, and this dude was kayaking off New Zealand.
Oh, yeah?
And this great white shark
yeah, I saw
started
that.
chasing him in the kayak.
Yeah, it was like, what, for 2-3 kilometers?
Yeah, it was unreal. And the thing was like tailing him. And I just thought, you know what? That shark reminds me of Bowen.
Yeah, he tails the little
What,
ones.
because of his,
I got
skills?
the fin. I got the fin.
His mullet sticks out of the water.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was terrible. Like, I almost
Is it
pissed
because
myself watching.
whenever he does like the back dive like this, the backstroke, yeah, his nose kind of pokes out the water.
Actually,
You could call him
Like
the
a
if I had any weapon to defend myself from a shark, I think I'd use a baseball bat. Speaking of baseball bats, Nash Brown, what do you know about baseball bats?
That is a wild take.
That is. Yeah, they're very hard. They hurt a lot.
Why don't you explain?
And Nash knows a lot about things being hard.
Do you know how they make baseball bats? Could you give us our audience some insight?
Well, instead of how they make baseball bats, let's talk about how they make stitches. Hey, for those of you who don't know, Nash Brown got clobbered by a baseball bat. That's
Yeah, you could say it was clobbering time.
it was actually Easton Gisbranch.
Isn't it?
I thought it was Geisbrecht.
Could argue about the pronunciation all day, but how'd that feel?
Like, what happened?
Explain the backstory.
Easton pulled the deck move. Hit me straight in the noggin.
It was on accident. It was on accident.
Let the record show.
All right, Simon Klukas.
Tell us about your fish tanks.
Yeah, what's up with this new venture?
They are a great fish tank, and
One plural. He's only selling one.
if somehow the fish tank breaks and gets all over the floor, I also own a flooring business to replace your floor. So, coincidence there.
Simon Klukas, is this a pyramid scheme?
Is this adding on to the pyramid scheme, we might ask?
Bone Robertson.
I don't know how you think of that.
I want to talk about our photography and graphics class. What classes do you boys have with this fine gentleman?
I have technology with it.
I have science and
and gym.
What do you think of technology? I was hearing a little bit about it off.
Technology is like you have to like reinvent something. It's like arts and crafts.
Yeah. Like
Anything.
basically last class we had to create a very simple invention. Find something and just reinvent it. Bowen, what was yours again, Bowen?
I chose the TV remote.
Yeah, he chose the TV remote, fully revolutionized it. I chose the way we create children.
Okay. I'm just here producing on Brandon Moore's computer, and I was looking at his pinned searches. Brandon Moore, why is pistol pinned?
What?
Pistol images pinned. Right here.
Why is Gabe Newell pinned? That's the real question.
Like if I go over here, we're still recording, I think.
I'm not sure.
Redirect notice. You might be getting a call, Brandon Moore. You might be getting a call. We are at 11 minutes, so we're gonna have to wrap this episode up pretty soon. We've been getting complaints
like 20 minutes.
Oh, so I guess we're still going. Bowen Robertson, what? Let's flip roles. Let's let you interview us.
Let's see how the tables have turned.
Ask us some questions.
Yeah.
So,
Bring him on.
Connor, please describe your whole day to me right now.
My whole day?
Yeah.
Well, I woke up at 6:30. You know, I got ready
No,
for
you
school.
didn't.
I did, and I have the proof to show it.
Show it.
Why? What?
Sorry, let me just...
Oh, he's just turning on his Apple Watch.
Yeah.
He said,
Amazon
nerd.
Watch. 6:13 in the morning. I was so tired. I'm still tired. No one cares about that, though.
Anyways,
Woke up,
next,
got to school.
what's your question for Quinn there, Bowen? What's your question for Quinn?
So, I think you know what I'm gonna ask.
Oh boy.
How's the lady, Quinn?
She's good. She's good.
Who's the lady?
He can't disclose this matter.
My mistake.
I can't disclose this matter.
Oh, really?
It's just not the point of the pod. It's just really not the point of the pod.
Yeah.
Keep the personal life secret.
Okay, you got
Like, what? There's too many fans here. I like to have my life be my life. How's your lady? Bowen?
No comment.
What's your question for me, Bowen Robertson? What's your question for me?
Okay. Brandon. How's the football career going?
Okay, good. Just like this back here.
Football career? Well, you're a part of it technically. It's going all right. You know, it's funny. Literally everyone here but Connor does football.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah. Connor's fat.
Even though
That was Rahul Jaffar.
That was Rahul Jaffar.
that was a bonus guest. Even though I can't
Bonus
beat
guest.
Brandon
What
in
did you
sumo
piano?
wrestling.
Subtle foreshadow.
You did not just say you
did not-
could beat me in sumo wrestling.
I did beat him, and that's true.
Let's talk about Connor Eagler here.
Eagler.
I just heard we're doing piano recently.
That's false. I've never touched a piano in my life. I don't know where that started.
Why are we foreshadowing?
I enjoy piano actually.
Yeah.
Instruments, but
What level did you
guitar.
get to?
I do guitar and piano.
Listen, I'm not dissing piano or any sort of. Oh, who's on the phone, Bowen? Oh, is that the undisclosed information I see? Oh,
I know. Bowen.
I know who it is.
No, you don't.
Oh, I know who it is too.
This guy just said no.
Oh wow.
How old is this person?
Bone is currently kicking his feet and giggling as we speak.
And laughing. And
Yeah.
and he just looks so cute because now he's put on a tutu and is dancing around.
Yeah.
He has now put on his choker and cat ears.
His pants have somehow
We do
disappeared.
have a camera. Watch us on Netflix, and you can see.
Watch this on Netflix and you can see how
Especially his woman.
Bowen Robertson has donned a furry head for some reason.
Bowen, walk me through the.
We know you're a freak, Bowen. We know it.
Bowen, walk us through your.
Yeah, I got this UCLA hoodie that I got like 2 years ago from the mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, speak a little. Yep.
Walmart gray sweats were like $10. Awesome though, they're so comfy, cheap material, perfect.
I'm looking for those.
Yeah, and broken down. I don't even know.
550s.
550s.
What
New
size
Balance.
are those?
13.
Oh,
Big boy over
13
here.
men's.
Okay, I
I actually need a 14 soon.
I just have to talk about something personal to my heart. I've known Bowen for a long time now, and I was always the taller friend. Recently, though, he's surpassed me in height. Bowen, what have you been eating? Like, What's caused this?
Here's the secret.
What's the secret?
Sleep at
Stilts.
least 9 hours a night. At least.
Really? So what time did you go to bed last night?
10 p.m.
What time did you wake up?
7.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
so,
most
like,
important
on
part,
average,
roids.
On average, I go to roids for sure. And secondly, you have to eat your vegetables. Not for all those kids who
Always get your
all those
greens.
People watching.
Eat your veggies.
Let's get your greens,
It
Nash.
is proven the truth. Diss by Brandon. Nash, what do you have to say back to Brandon for that?
Wait, what was the question?
No, it's because remember when Coach Ron made stew? This guy asked for there to. I saw this guy pick out some of the greens in there.
What?
Wow.
I love my vegetables.
When he made the stew.
Okay. Let's not get too personal. Let's focus on who's important
Wait,
here.
no, it wasn't Nash that started doing that. It was Shawnee.
Shawnee's vegetarian.
Johnny's veggie.
Why the hell is he doing that for?
Okay.
Why is he vegetarian?
Okay. Let's talk about something. A recent accomplishment of Bowen Robertson.
He has a mustache.
He ran a marathon.
Oh, yeah.
Wish I could be.
He just woke up
I could do
and
that with
ran a
one
marathon. Bone, walk me through the mental state you were in.
Okay, so at first I was listening to some pretty groovy music to get me up at 4 in the morning. I just had to get into that mood, you know, just like had to wake up. But then
songs
he's
do you
in.
think about?
I don't even know, honestly, just ran play this. Okay, and second, about halfway through the marathon, I had some serious self-doubt. Like I had no idea that I would actually finish that race. It is the most painful and hardest experience of my entire life, and I guarantee I will try to not do it again. I don't even know what got me started. I think I was just sitting in my house for like a week straight doing nothing. I just had to do something, you know? You know
Bone,
that
how long
feeling?
did it take you?
It took me about 5 hours. 6 hours out of the house though, because I had to walk back from Centennial Beach because I couldn't run anymore.
That must have been a pretty painful walk.
It was
Probably, like
terrible.
you were limping the whole way.
What did you do when you got
That's my
home?
medical thing.
I took a salt bath to like get my muscles back to a normal state, and I took like a 6-hour nap because it was terrible. It was pretty rough. That.
Well, Bone, if no one's told you this recently, I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Quinn.
And for
Appreciate
anyone
that.
listening, all 30 of you, I'm proud of you too.
Is there like a
All 30 billions.
That's what I mean.
We also
That's
have
good.
outlooks in space.
We do.
And Australia coming soon.
Yep. Lines up for the pod.
Yeah, he's got a haircut. Throw back to a joke from earlier that made no one laugh.
And no one even understood until about 5 minutes later.
Okay.
Yeah, after I made the joke 5 minutes later, Connor was like, "Oh,"
The final thing I want to
and
talk
then didn't laugh.
The final thing I want to talk about is some daily drama. Spill the tea. I'm calling it. That's the segment.
Oh, spill the tea. That's a good name. That's a good name.
So, I recently learned today that Brandon Moore and Hunter Santos were never best friends.
Oh my god.
I thought this was public
Breaking point.
information.
This was just. Who knew?
I thought everyone
I did
did.
not know.
Everyone thought they were best friends, but apparently they were never best friends. Brandon Moore.
I thought that was public information. I mentioned it to Quinn, and he goes and he cried. He cried
Bawling.
because he truly believed in that. Basically, one day in drama 8,
I was there.
Quinn was there.
My
Quinn was
whole
there.
life's a lie.
Yeah, we had to do a bag of things, like basically bring 3 things that are important to you. And Hunter S., the son of a gun, pulls out a photo of me and him that I'm starting to think was photoshopped because I've never even been to Castle Fun Park, and that was in the photo. And basically, he started talking about how I'm his brother and his best friend when I don't even know. I basically know nothing about him other
Brother
than the
from
fact.
another mother.
Yeah, no, brother from very different mothers who aren't brothers.
Very different. Also, too, in the photo, why were you wearing a bikini? Was that also adding to the Photoshop, or was that just natural?
I think that was also adding to the Photoshop. Hunter S.
sure about that, or-
Hey, he said he was bisexual. Can't blame him. Hunter S. went on his
don't blame
Snapchat
him,
story and
honestly.
said he was bisexual.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it.
We support.
Yeah, we're a We're kind.
Yeah, super kind.
Yeah.
Okay. That, I think on that
Wait,
note,
wait,
that
before we end,
completely
before we end.
unnecessary note. That why do we have to?
Before we end, I'd like to point out Hunter Santos has recently gone into a new endeavor. Oh. That
Why
is
are we
dating a grade 8.
That was worse than Hunter Santos dating a grade 8.
Yeah.
What was that noise?
Brayden just got up and left.
Brandon Moore. Okay, goodbye. I don't know what
It's
to say.
over.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you,
everybody.
Bowen, for being on the podcast.
Thanks for having me, everybody.
I'm sorry about Brandon Moore. We have just hit 20
I
minutes.
couldn't prepare any material before this one. I'm not. It wasn't funny. I wasn't funny. Just end it.
Brandon, do you want to try redemption?
Tell us a joke.
Okay. Wait.
You got one chance for a joke.
Okay, I have a joke. I got
You're
a
on the
joke.
podcast.
Okay. So I knew this guy back in the day. He was a Frenchman. His name was Jacques de Gautier. And boy, he really thought he was gonna go places. He got the best grades. He got everything. Basically, around 4 or 5 years later, I'm in SeaWorld in Manitoba, if they have those there. And basically, I walk in, and you'll never guess who I see.
Who?
An attendant. And he took me forward.
Wait. I could have guessed that so easy.
He took me forward. Took me to the baby dolphins because I love baby dolphins. You know, dolphins. And basically,
Get to the point. Yeah, you've been going on for a minute now.
I see them feed the I see this guy. I see him feed the dolphins. You know who it is? It was him, the man, the thinker himself, Jacques de Gautier. And I go, Jacques de Gautier, I feel shame for you. You were to be one of the new wise men of Canada, such as like Trudeau.
Connor just walked away.
And
Connor has left
the and he says to me, well, I think I'm serving a youthful purpose.